Venny here, bringing you my part 2, I think it is, of the Foot Champs highlights. And basically what you're going to see in this gameplay is obviously the final 15 games of the weekend league. If you haven't seen the first 15, it was uploaded yesterday. Yeah, this is just the final 15 just to see how we do, how do we finish off the weekend. And this probably be titled like I Match a Pro Player, because I think about 24 and 1 we match a pro player called Paps. I don't know if you guys know him, but a very good player. And you'll see basically in the game it was a very tight game. I don't obviously, the problem is with these highlights I only show the goals because otherwise it'd be like the clips, the actual video would be way too long, to be honest. So like 20 minutes is quite a long video anyway, so if I just have the goals in, it's a little bit more entertaining, but you don't get to see all the chances created, all the other games, how it was a bit stale at times and things like that. But you'll just see the goals and stuff like where I made a mistake and so on. But I'm going to give you guys one thing. If you come to this video to see good defending, you've come to the wrong place, because this week in this final 15 games it was the worst display I've done defensively in what, I don't know, since I started playing FIFA. Honestly, the way I was defending was the complete wrong way. So maybe that is actually, maybe it's worth watching to understand the way I was defending was the wrong way, you know, instead of the right way. I was basically being way too aggressive with my defense, drawing people out. It was like that, you know, like when you're bored of FIFA, you just bring everyone forward and try to get the ball quick because there's nothing else to do. That's basically what happened, and I was just getting like frustrated that people wasn't quitting. Like I was going 2-3 goals up, and usually that's when people quit, but for some reason this week none of them, like no one was having it. So I think I just got bored very quickly. I played 60 games a weekend, so I'll probably just like drained, just played so much so often. But you know, that's the grind I put myself through, so I can't complain. But you'll see some nice goals, some nice combo goals. The Neymar and Ronaldinho combos is back into play for sure. Them two together is absolutely phenomenal. As I mentioned, Neymar striker, that 5-star weak foot as a deadly combo. But yeah, before we get into like talking about the gameplay and what happens, and you'll see the teams and stuff on the screen, we are streaming on Twitch, which will be in the description. I'm trying to stream like every day, maybe twice a day, depending on my schedule. One about midday, which is going to be from like, I'm going to try and do like from 12 PM UK time, maybe a little bit later till about 5, and then I'll take a break and then come back about 8 o'clock to till we basically go off to sleep. So yeah, if you want to come hang out on the stream, see the gameplay live, come out. If you've got any questions, just want to have a chat, come to the Twitch, come hang out. You know, I think we're at like 1,700 followers now. The Twitch has been growing crazy in the last month. The support what I've been shown is phenomenal, and that's why you see these clips anyway. So if you want to see the weekend league actual gameplay, and like where I said like you won't get to see the chances created, or just when the game's stale and just learning like different mindsets of stuff, you can actually come and watch the Foot Champs gameplay live on the stream as well. It'll all be in the description if you want to come hang out. If you don't, if you just want the highlights, that's also cool with me. But yeah, let's talk about the gameplay. As I said, defensively, this is the worst defense I've ever done in my life. Like, I don't know what I was doing. I really, like, I think it must have been the boredom and just not, like, I think when you get, like, a loss on PlayStation, it's hard because you're not going to get top 100 with 29 wins a lot of the time, you know, unless you have a ridiculous skill rating, and I know we didn't, so it was a tough one. I feel like if I was still on for 30, maybe my motivation's at a different level, but then I get so frustrated. Like on my Xbox, I absolutely bottled it this week. I was 21-0, and we lost to our guy who had 1 shot, and I had like 5-7 shots. I think I said it in the last video, and like that's the way I lost my top 100 run, because from there my mindset was awful. And that's what I'll go through a little bit in FIFA in this video, is how to probably improve your results. Is the mindset part of FIFA. Like, it sounds so like weird, like you're playing a video game, like surely your mind doesn't really matter too much, but when you're getting frustrated that like the opponent scored a chance but you've had like so many chances and it's just not going in, you just need to get into the mindset that okay, I've made one chance, I can make another chance. It doesn't, just because I'm losing doesn't mean I have to rush my play now. Doesn't mean I have to try and force me to get the ball back early. Obviously, depending on the time of the game, you might have to try and force the ball back early. But a lot of the times, you still have a long time. 20-30 minutes is still a decent amount of time to actually pull a game back. It all depends on how long you do have. But the key thing is to keep calm. And, even though the game doesn't want you to win sometimes, I'm sure if you battle it out, you can do it. Like, I have a few people in my chat who's gone from, like, a lot of them say, like, I haven't got elite before, and now suddenly they've been hitting the elite. And I've been telling them, like, it's just a mindset thing. Like, I always say, like, if you're one rank, you can easily go up the rank above. So, like, say if you're a gold 1 player, you can easily go to an elite player. All it is three of your losses, which I'm sure you take 3 losses. Like, 3 of them are probably really bad losses in the sense of you play really bad, or you make a load of chances and you're not making the most of it, or stuff like that. I think them games are the important ones you need to change. Obviously, if you win them 3, you get an elite. So yeah, it all depends what you want to do in weekend. I always say as well, like, don't go into a weekend setting a goal. I feel like that's the bad way of doing it, because if you start losing, you're going to get into like a frustrated mindset of, but I've lost now, I can't get my I don't know, like whatever rank you get. Let's just say gold 1, for example. You can't get gold 1 because you've lost. Okay, you've took a loss. That means you're I don't know, 4-1. I don't know what record some people get on weekend league. I don't know how they start, but you're like, oh, I've lost now, so I can't get gold 1, and you just get into a bad mindset, and you're like, well, now I can't, like it's the way you bounce back from the loss, like you should just be like, okay, I've lost, it's fine. It's probably a better thing that I have lost, because when I haven't lost, I start playing a little bit cagey. So let's say if you have a really good weekend, you start like 12-0, but you're not used to starting 12-0, and you start playing a lot really cagey because you're like, well, I've got a really good record here. I can probably get a few more wins. I can probably get the best finish I've got. But you start getting to a mindset you need to be more cagey because you're going to be playing harder opponents and stuff like that. But in reality, you just need to play your game, keep calm, and you'll get the results. But yeah, that's just a little bit of the mindset thing, of the what to go in. But let's get into, I guess, the gameplay, the team. I don't know about this team, like it was quite a fun team to use. Like the Dino and Neymar partnership, as I said, like was really good, with Firmino just behind. They worked really well. Kante was solid as well. It was obviously the red picker. You see there, right there, where I pulled Eder Mattel so aggressively. Do not do that. Do not ever do that with a centre back. But we could have easily defended this. Very cheesy goal. Alisson saved it and then just locks off and doesn't want to save it after. But 2-1, and I think that's how the game finished. But yeah, this team, I'm going to give you some ratings on some of the players so you guys have a better understanding. I think the Alisson, there wasn't much difference in the upgrade. I used his 90 this week. I don't think there was too much of an upgrade in him. I think Zambrotta was probably the best right back I've used on FIFA this year. Obviously, the team of the year, Trent, could change that completely. But I think he is probably the best, just because he's so good on the ball. He's really good in the tackle. He's a little bit strong. Wow, he seems like a lot more, like he's got that wider build compared to Semedo, who's got quite a slim build. And when you have a wider build player who's got pace, you're able to win the 50-50 challenges a lot more. It's like why Ruud Gullit and Vieira are so good, because they've got quite a wide structure. Same with Van Dijk. You see his structure, he's got a really wide frame, and that just makes him, like, it seems like they just get the bounce a lot more. If you have like a really slim player, they're going to just get thrown off completely. So yeah, that's just my, look at this goal. Look at this goal, man. I think he shushes me. Does he shush me? Yeah, he shushed me. 2-2, and I'm thinking, okay, man. Whew. This is going to be a ride, I can't believe that's the way he scored as well against me. Firmino into Mbappe, though. Keep calm in the box. Find Neymar. Oh, we get the rebound. I think the first shot should have probably gone in, or we could have done a little bit more on the finish, but, a goal's a goal. You got to take it, especially when you get the rebound. And I said, I don't think that guy should even deserve to be in the game. It's like where I just got bored and I just don't defend properly. It's I'm basically making it harder on myself, because I'm going like I'm having the lead. I just need to, at that point, just chill out, Just keep playing, like play a little bit slower or whatever it may be. Just keep like my focus level up, which is the important part. But yeah, going into the centre backs, we had Champions League Eden Mittal and Juan Jesus. I will say Eden Mittal for me. Look at that, by the way. I moved the keeper for his Mbappe shot, and then it just bounces back to his Dembele. For me, I say Eden Mittal's an easy 8, 9 out of 10. I think he's probably the best centre back, one of the best centre backs on FIFA this year, especially his Champions League card. Him and Van Dijk as a partnership for me is probably the best partnership I've had. But I haven't used any of the Team of the Years, or well, Team of the Years is not out yet, but Team of the Years or Icon, so I can't really say how good they are. Then going on to, I guess, the left back, which is Telles, Red Telles. This guy is not even close to how good Mendy is, in my opinion. Mendy is way above him. So if you've got Telles in your team, but you can get Mendy in, I recommend putting Mendy in, because Mendy, for his price, is the best left back for sure. I think he's only like 8k, 10k, and for that, he's phenomenal. So definitely recommend picking up Mendy instead of Telles. I think I had to use Telles because of chemistry, but next week I definitely won't be using him, I think, because I'm not too sure on him. I need to try some Team of the Year cards, so maybe if you, or just some new icons, if there's any cards you want me to try out, put in the comments. I've sold my team, so I've got a load of coins to upgrade my team. Well, just change my team up. We still kept Neymar and Mbappe. Kante will still be in the team. And is there any? I think Ben Yedder 86, his red card, was going to be back in the team as well. So if there's any other cards you want to see, let me know. I've got quite. I think it's about 4. I got 3 million, and I've got like 1.8 invested. So 4.8 plus Elite 1 rewards. So yeah, we've got a bit of coins to possibly try out some people, maybe like a Frankie de Jong or Kevin De Bruyne or something. Just you guys let me know. I'm definitely down to try out whoever come our way. But then, yeah, going into the CDMs, as I said, Kante is very solid. Probably about, well, actually, no, I wasn't. Did I give the rating? Well, it doesn't matter about ratings because it's a bit hard. Because sometimes Weekend League's good for you, and sometimes it's not. So it's a bit biased on ratings, which is how they feel in game. CDMs, Kante and Firmino, for me, an unbelievable partnership. Firmino, as I say, he is up there. Well, I wouldn't say up there, but he, like as I said, like he's top 3 CDMs who can attack. It goes Hullet, Zidane, and then Firmino for me. I think Firmino for his price is, I don't know what his price is at now, but I just still think he's like way above anyone even close to his, you know, his ability for that price. I think like other icons are like 1.5 plus who actually are decent, but I still don't even think they are close. I think it's only Zidane and Hullet 90 who's actually close to using this. Firmino, Kante's solid, a little bit weak, but let me talk about this pro game before I carry on talking about the team. The pro game here is against Pap City. If you guys don't know him, he is currently representing Ajax in the Eredivisie, and he's also made the first 2 Foot Champs Cups, Foot Champs Cup 1 and Foot Champs Cup 2. And all you'll see is the goal highlights, and you'll see it's a very cagey game, 0-0, 80th minute, and we make the biggest mistake I've ever done. Like, this is like where I'm saying defense, like my defense was solid all game. Like where I said, like, because it was a pro, maybe my defense actually got better and I wasn't too aggressive, but here we defend really well. We're not giving him anything too easy. You can pass it around there, it's not too much of a worry. But here we switched to Jesus, and I don't know what I was doing. Like there with Jesus, I just need to stand there and just, you know, hold him, if that makes sense. Like I don't need to like go one way. I don't know why I committed to one way or the other. Maybe that was just where I was getting bored, and you know. But there, a little jammy goal here. I don't think he deserves to score that one to make it 2-0. But 1-0, we lost. It was a very cagey game. I think it could have gone either way. If you see that game back on the stream, you'll see it was just a very cagey game. Nothing too extreme going on. But yeah, that was the pro we played. Not a greatest game for me. I'm trying to get a lot more pro games in the next couple of weeks so I can get a lot better. Get my level up a lot higher. I haven't played too many pros this year, so that's something I need to definitely be working on. Here though, this is the bounce back game. Obviously we've got 2 losses here, so we need to make sure we can at least hit the Elite 1. We're not, even with 29 wins, we would have probably got Elite 1 anyway, so But this is the game where we got to do the comeback, you know, just to make sure we secure it. And here, Neymar zips off. And straight from his kickoff that was, you know, we won the ball back and we tried to put some pressure on, but we wasted it in his half. And we got to try and win the ball. I don't know who wins it. I'm pretty sure we win it. Do we win it? Yeah, Jesus, we trapped the run. Like, a little bit different to usual. Because usually, like, this week, I was just, like, being too aggressive in the tackle. Like, I wasn't even, what's it called? I wasn't, like, tracking the run. I was being, like, trying to read it before it even got played, if that made sense. Like, I was trying to cut the lane. And, yeah. But this game here, look at this guy's team. And you're thinking, Venny, you've got this easy. Surely. Like, this team, for you to get Elite 1, I think I needed to win, like, 2 more after this if I won it, or 1 more after this. And I'm telling you, this guy sent me to the cleaners. Like, I even rage quit out of this game at the end because I was just so done with it. Like, obviously you won't get to see all the chances and all that stuff, but in general, I wasn't good enough. Like I said, like, my defense wasn't even close to being good enough. Neymar doing a bit of magic down the wing. Nothing came from it. Into Dino. Fake shot. And he goes a little bit aggressive. I think if he gets a different animation with his Carlos Alberto, he would have been fine there. But he got obviously a little bit of a standing tackle animation, which sort of glitched him up. So we can bring it 1-1 here. But as I said, like, it absolutely slapped in this game. And it was just because the way I was defending and, you know, attacking as well. Oh, wait, I didn't even show. Wow, that went in. That's poor editing by my end. But, yeah. Here, Eden Metal does an auto lunge. I felt like I read it perfect, but the game just auto lunged me with Eden Metal, which I don't want. Like, if I'm on that player and I read that lane, let me control that, you know, that zone. But yeah, 2-1 down, and it just gets worse and worse from this point. Like, obviously that goal I was quite frustrated of because I felt like I read the lane, but it didn't reward me. But here, this was the nail in the coffin. Just after extra time, half time, he does a nice little fake shot into Neymar, just shoots the far post, and it just bounces perfect into Coutinho, and 3-1 down. And I remember I was smashing my controller, I was effing and blinding, I was fuming at this point, I'll be honest. Like, I was like I can't, man, I can't, like, because like, nothing was working for me. And once again, I don't blame the game for the way sometimes it feels. I always blame myself because I feel like I could do a lot more. 4-1 down here, being a little bit too aggressive in defense. But when you're 3-4-1 down, you need to be taking risks, you know, to try and pull the game back. Here, the Dino, you know, does a little drag back into Kent. Kent puts it near post on 4-2. I'm thinking, okay, the comeback's on. And straight from, like, near enough kickoff, I read the ball, have a good chance. I don't make it. Jesus, for some reason, is running like a truck. And then he just rolls it around my keeper and makes it 5-2. But yeah, I haven't finished with the team. I know that's actually bad for me. Let me quickly go back to the team before. Ousmane Dembele, Champions League card. Very good option. I'd probably say his upgrade is worth it with him. I think the shooting and his final product is way above what his original card is. So I definitely recommend picking him up if you are looking to get him. But I do think Messi could possibly be I think Messi definitely is a better option if you want like a middle cam or a striker. Dembele for Ram or Lam, in my opinion. And then obviously Dini, as I said, him and Neymar for me was all really fun to use. So I definitely recommend trying them out if you want the quick, agile, and just some like fun skiller players. I don't really do too many skills. I'm like quite a I would say more so like I'm doing left stick dribble, and they both worked really well for that sort of side. Then Lam, who do we have? Mbappe. Mbappe. If you know, like, he's not the greatest this year, I think, his gold card, but his upgrades are definitely worth picking up. We didn't try his upgraded card, we just used his gold one, but you know, you get what you know out of Mbappe. Very solid option at Lam. You know, quick. He's got a bit of strength about him. He's going to be a nuisance down the wing, so definitely recommend picking him up. I think he's really cheap as well right now. Neymar and Mbappe, I think they're both under $1 million, so that's actually an unreal price for them. And as you see, where I was saying I was bored of FIFA at this point, I was 3-0 up. The guy didn't quit. I think I was 3-0 up or 3-1 up or something like that. And that 3-3, 70th minute, I'm fuming at this point. I'm like, for fuck's sake, man. Like, come on. Like, I do all that to go 3 goals up to then just throw it away because I'm bored. Because I wanted him to quit. But in reality, if I just kept playing the way I was going to play, he was probably going to quit if I made it 4. Venny, though, stepping up. This is probably the reason I'm going to use him this week. He stepped up when he came off the bench for me. So definitely going to try him back out in the team. And I'm into Venny to Ken. And I think this one right here is the last game. Yes, it is. So last game here, 26-3 at this point. So we have to win this for 27-3. And as I said, by the way, Neymar striker, unbelievable. So definitely recommend trying him there, or Cam. Probably like the best player for me this weekend, definitely. I would say like Firmino and Neymar really took like the cream cracker. But yeah, that was a sick goal, yeah. But that original pass went into like the pass from Firmino was meant for Neymar, and I wouldn't have had to do the pass in. But you know, it made it look nicer. So oh well. Then into Neymar, you know, little drag back from Dino into Neymar, and then Neymar turns out, and here you see 27-3, guys. I'm not happy because I got 27-2 on Xbox as well. I didn't obviously play the 28th game because it wasn't much point because I couldn't get top 100. I'm not happy. I need to hit a top 100 if I'll be honest. Like, the way I'm playing isn't good enough. I think I am playing at a good level, but I'm not. My concentration's not at the point I want it to be. I feel like I'm getting bored very easy and I'm not focusing on the game. I don't know if it's because I don't know what it could be. It could be ever numerous things, you know, at the end of the day. So that's the one thing you guys need to take away from this. Keep focused in the game, no matter if you're winning or losing. Don't do what I was doing with rushing out defenders. But yeah, 27-3 for this weekend. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you for rewards tomorrow. Peace.